I'm Joel Wein. I'm a computer scientist at NYU-Poly. And I guess I came to all of this a couple of years ago just out of a fundamental realization that when I looked around at people who were great computer scientists and who enjoyed what they were doing, it's really hard to distinguish between their activities and the activities of people having fun playing games. And I think that was sort of the core realization that I had that got me interested in this area. So I sort of have two hats associated with the Institute. And the first has to do with instrumentation. The science of studying how games help people learn is kind of in its infancy. And so our goal here is to study it scientifically. And to study something scientifically, you need good data. And so my goal is to help develop tools that we can use to instrument our games and hopefully games of the broader community to help Jan and his colleagues study all this data and have really deep, wonderful, exciting insights about. So we are excited because we're going to have the opportunity to work with people with pragmatic solutions who have great tools to do some of this. And our goal is that at the end of this process, and not just at the end, hopefully, the first byproducts will start to happen over the summer, we'll have relatively easy ways for game developers to instrument their games, or even instrument their logs if they didn't get around to instrumenting the actual code of their games, to pull out data about what's happened in the game and feed it into tools that give you interesting views of it. And this is one of the places where the broader community, we're hoping, is really going to be a good partner for us because, we know what we want to know about our games that we're developing, but maybe people in the outside community want completely different things. And so we're really going to be trying to reach out for feedback about that as much as possible. The second thing that I'm interested in as part of the Institute is, I guess, something that we could call games for computational thinking. So there is this perception of a crisis in education in computer science. I just went to the big conference on computer science education 2 months ago, and people are continuing to pull out their hair over the following basic issue. On the one hand, we have the awe, the majesty, the grandeur, and the excitement of computer science, like Steve stuff, right? That's really, really cool stuff. And then we bring freshmen into computer science courses, and we tell them to write a stupid loop that does boring things that they don't care about. And there have been probably 500 papers about improving freshman computer science over the past 20 years, and still we bring them in and we make them write the same loops. And so, look, this works for lots of people, but there's just this sense that we can do more. And so we have this a lot of what happens in games is also what people are starting to call computational thinking. Like if you think about Tetris, right? Tetris is a great game. Everyone loved it. It's a really complex, interesting online bin packing optimization problem. And so we've done a little bit of work on sort of building games that introduce students to certain types of computational thinking. But the thing that we're particularly interested in is the ability of games to let students figure out how to do relatively complex things sort of at their own pace, right? That's one of the things people talk about. You watch little kids playing games, and they do these remarkably complex things because somehow they're motivated to do it. And if we can somehow channel that so that people in early computer science education and throughout their education can get more quickly to the joy, the majesty, the awe, the grandeur of computer science, then hopefully we've done something useful. So those are my interests, and I'm really happy to talk to anyone about anything related to any of them.